Guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys joining me for today's video. And guys, today I'm going to show you what the most overlooked yet most productive spot on any lake is. I've got a prime example here. We're going to go over it in today's video, give you guys some tips and advice on how to fish it. And I can promise you guys, when you find something like this, when you see it on the lake, never ever pass it up. So we're going to get into that in today's episode. Also, guys, before we get started, quick reminder, anybody out there interested in booking an on-the-water lesson with me, just go to my Facebook page, Randy Blaukat Professional Angler, shoot me a private message. And guys, thank you once again, everybody that's been using all the links I put in every video description. All you guys that are getting a lake map breakdown or getting some of my sunglasses or using my tackle warehouse link, really appreciate that. Okay guys, I'm going to turn the camera around here. What we've got is this is a busy marina area. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of different options. It's noisy, you can hear in the background. It's congested. There's a lot of activity. It's the most overlooked spot on any lake that always has a bunch of fish in it. So we're going to go through it, show you guys what to look for and how to fish it. So let's turn the camera around here. Okay guys, sorry for all the noise you probably hear in the background there. There's always something like this going on in a marine area. Now what we're going to do here is I'm going to walk you down this entire marina area, and I'm going to show you the high percentage areas in these marina areas and sort of give you guys some tips and advice on how to fish them. A lot of people overlook them. These marina areas can be really good all year long, and I'm going to sort of go over it and tell you how to fish them during different times of the year. Okay, now the first area you look for, guys, is the backside of these marina areas. Sometimes you can access them and sometimes you can't, so it just depends on how they're laid out. But all this water behind the boat dock, especially on these nothing looking banks, these are always really good areas, guys. Like early in the morning, you can take like a Zara spook or a popper and fish along the flat nothing looking banks. These are key areas also during the springtime of the year. You can take a shaky head or a wacky rig and just fish out in here. You always want to target, guys, these walkway areas. I talk about this a lot, but see these floats here on the walkway area? Bass love to get under those floats anytime the water temperature is over 50 degrees. Like right now, it's September, water temperature is 80. I can see bluegill swimming up underneath these real shallow floats. I guarantee there's some bass up underneath there. Never underestimate this. Skip a jig, skip something you can get underneath there, flip a jig in there, throw a swim bait, whatever. Also, guys, these areas are some of the best night fishing areas you're going to have. So if you know, they stay lit, you know, bugs coming around those lights, and it's a really good place to catch them, you know, during the night. Okay, now another thing, guys, and I'm sort of walk down through here, is see, you know, all the boat dock area on the inside part of it there. The inside part of these boat docks are always high percentage areas. There's shade with them. There's a lot of cover in this type of area. Boat docks, always try to get on the inside part of these docks right here and key on the shade. My favorite is like to flip a finesse jig, you know, just try to get it in the walkway, or excuse me, in the shady areas and in the boat slip areas. The same thing, guys, you know, anytime that you got some backwater behind these docks, a lot of people won't take the time to get in behind these docks and fish these areas, but I love getting in these areas, like with the crankbait, a little Carolina rig, a shaky head, anything like that. Bass love to cruise up and down these areas, and you'll notice lots of bluegills. You notice anything that you have in the water, you know, really good holding areas for it. So I'm going to walk on down here a little further. Okay guys, we're coming up on another key area in these marina areas. Now this is the boat launch area. Almost every marina or every major marina has got a boat launch like this in there. This is a heavy use area. There's always boats in here, always a bunch of traffic, always a bunch of noise. But guys, these areas right here around the boat ramp right here, they're usually lined with riprap like this on both sides of them. Bass love to use this concrete structure, guys. There's always going to be bass around a boat ramp, not just on the ramp itself, around the rocks, everywhere around here. It's going to hold fish. And one of the things to remember about like a boat ramp like this is most of the time when they build a boat ramp like this, there is rocks they line along the edge, like you can see right here on the ramp. A lot of times they line this with rocks to keep it from eroding, and then you've got rocks on both sides leading down the water. And another thing is on the end of the ramp where people put their boat on, you know, they goose the motor to get the boat on the trailer. it washes out an area at the end of the ramp, and a lot of times there'll be a depression like 2 or 3 feet deep off the end of the ramp. Bass love to get that in that little depression area. Here is another, guys, very underrated spot. Courtesy dock. Almost every single boat ramp around these marine areas has a courtesy dock like this. Guys, they're usually isolated and they're usually floating. Bass love courtesy docks. You never hardly see anyone fishing it. People just load and launch their boat. They forget about it. But guys, I can promise you, you don't ever want to pass up a courtesy dock. Bass love to live in the shade. There's always a bunch of perch and bluegill around them. A lot of times on these courtesy docks, people also fish off them, so they plant brush sometimes, but always fish around a courtesy dock. And then finally, guys, see that here, most marinas have a swim beach like that. Those swim beaches are bass magnets. It's another thing, sort of like the courtesy dock and the boat ramp. People everywhere, a lot of noise. People overlook these areas to fish, but guys, I have caught tons of bass off of boat ramp areas. Now, one of my favorite ways is like when it's off season and you can get back in there, throw over the white, little rails they got around there, or the white buoys around it. Throw over into the actual swimming area if there's nobody swimming in there. Shaky head Carolina rig, topwater lure, awesome areas. Bass love those type of swim beach areas. And then most of these marinas are in coves like this, and a lot of these marinas have tournaments out of them, so there's a ton of bass that get released in the coves right here, with all the marina areas. So a lot of times these coves are really good too, just fishing everything within the cove there. Okay guys, I never overlook these marina areas. Now, as far as the best time of year to fish them, bass live here all year long, but in my opinion, the best time of year to fish a marina area is either the late pre-spawn or during the spawn, or then again in late fall. You can catch them all year long around them. Like I said, you can catch a lot of fish in the summertime around them, especially at night and early in the morning. But in the springtime of the year, when those fish are wanting to get up shallow and spawn, anytime that water temperature is about 60 degrees, these are prime spawning areas for bass. So get in these areas when that water is, like I said, between 55 and 65 in March and early May. Fish a wacky rig, fish a shaky head, fish a floating worm, something like that. You can catch a bunch of fish doing that. And then also in the late fall, like October, November, something like that, a lot of these areas get really chock full of shad. And that's when I like to go into these areas, like with a little popper early in the morning, or a little small crankbait, something like that can work really good. Or flipping the shade, a little finesse jig, creature bait, beaver, something like that. And don't let the noise affect you, because a lot of times you'll come in here and you'll just see people everywhere launching a boat. They'll be in big cruisers here, people swimming. I've caught fish, guys, right next to people swimming before. These fish that live in these marina areas like this, they are conditioned to noise. A lot of these bass, they grew up here. They were spawned in this type of area, and they're very, very comfortable with noise. It doesn't bother them whatsoever. And the thing that it bothers more people than anything is the fishermen themselves. That people think, well, there's boats in here everywhere, there's motors cranking up, there's people swimming and jumping off the dock, fish aren't going to be here. Bass love these type of areas. So if you have it on your lake, anytime you find something like this, do not pass them up. It's worth to go in there and spend a half hour fishing them. I always do. Some areas out there, they have like a 50 foot or 100 foot no fishing area around the docks, which is a bunch of crap. People don't own the water. I don't even understand how it's legal to do that. But some areas you can fish right up next to them, and there's no regulation on that. So every lake's different. But anyway, guys, just wanted to pass that along with you guys. Hope it helps you guys catch a few fish down the road somewhere, and we'll check in later.